What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Best Mountain Farm. And I had my suspicions, even with it being dry, about this pond. It just, the little duck pond there just seemed like it was way too low. And I figured it had sprung a leak somewhere. The geese are being loud. I don't know why they have to be over here right now. But all right, as I was saying, they're really loud. I'm not going to try and talk over there next to those idiots, but I'm going to walk you down here and I'm going to show you where my leak is. And it's coming up past the stump. So you can see where that where there's that hole where the water's just punched through, and there's a tree stump right over there, and I think probably it's just washed around the roots. And I think it's just past the edge of where we put the hardware cloth, or not the hardware cloth, the fabric, the hardware fabric. You can see where it's up over that root. And so I think that's where it's coming out. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that root that's sticking up, put a little bit more fabric down, and then we're going to use a few bags of concrete and dump there, let the water, let that cure, and hopefully that will keep the or put the pond back up at the right level, keep it from drying out, because it should have never really got that dry, because in that spillway in that ditch has been wet on the backside even when the pond was low. So that's what we're going to do today, try and get that fixed. So for expediency's sake, I decided instead of going to Tractor Supply right now to get mud boots, I would just wear Papa Hugh's. This might be interesting because you can see the difference in mine and Papa Hugh's boots. So hopefully I don't have to buy Papa Hugh a new pair because his get lost in the mud, but they'll work for now. So people, and you guys have heard me fuss on the comments about people minding their own business when people say it's messy, like around the homestead or whatever, like get rid of all the junk. Well, there's a reason when you have a farm that generally it's kind of messy and you save stuff. For instance, to fix the duck pond, the goose pond, I needed some chicken wire to put in that corner. Chicken wire is expensive. From the old garden, y'all had some chicken wire sitting over here. So now, instead of using a nice pretty new piece of chicken wire and cutting it and wasting the money, I can use this old wadded up piece here, not have to spend anything, and it's right here. So that's why when you drive by a farm and you see lots and lots of junk equipment and scrap piles of metal and items such as that kind of make it look, not picture perfect, there's a reason for that. It's because you have to be frugal in order to make any kind of money on a farm. And all that stuff comes in handy. Alright, so we got our chicken wire, our concrete, and I think the first thing we're going to do is run these ridiculously loud geese out of here and make them go somewhere else so we can hear the sink. can see our hole right here. Right there is where our water is going.
You got the one with the hole in it? We need to go right down and get more?
I don't think so. So what we'll do is we'll give this a little bit of time to start curing and setting up. And then it looks like it's already slowed down. because it was a steady stream. Like you could see the stream coming out of that little hole, and now there's not any movement. And you could see the movement. So we'll give it about 45 minutes, an hour. Let that concrete start to cure. And nice thing about concrete, some people think that concrete dries. We gotta let the concrete dry. Concrete does not dry. The water mixed with the lime and the concrete actually cause a chemical reaction. So concrete will set up underwater. It doesn't have to dry out. So we're gonna let that set up for a little while, and then we'll come back and check it. And you can see a lot of that concrete wouldn't be any good for much else because it had gotten damp with the humidity. So any of the other bags that are bad, and over the course of the next few months, I want to do the same thing. Go back in over this land bridge and the spillway with the chicken wire. And I like to have this all concrete and chicken wire reinforced, so it goes all the way down another couple feet. So it'll be a lot harder for the water to get under it, go around the edge, and we're also going to try and slope the banks back a little bit. Just make it'll be a little easier to get over here. It'll be easier for him to get out of. It'll look a little bit better. And but for now, hopefully we've got our hole fixed. So we'll know here in a few minutes.
Shut it down.
All right, well, we're down here at the Goose Pond, obviously, and I think our fix has mostly worked. Our level's a lot higher than it was. It was a lot lower than that on the spillway earlier, and it has definitely risen. We're still running a lot slower than normal, but at least it's running now, our spring there. We'll go over here and check our hole and see what's going on. All right, so here's our, well, all right. We are still leaking a lot of water, I think. It could just be where that was backed up, so let's see here. I don't know how much water was back. I don't know how much water was back in that hole, you know, where I just released that water. So maybe it's not as bad as I think. Well, it has slowed down substantially, still not completely fixed. So we'll let that, it could be seeping through that concrete with that concrete having not hardened all the way. So what we'll do is we'll come back out here in the morning early. We'll double check and see what's going on. And worst case, you know, that concrete over there is not real great for anything like posts or mixing, because it's half dry. So we'll just bring a couple more bags over here, check in the morning, bring a couple more bags over here and put in there, and then see how that works. So go in, warm up, eat a little bit of dinner. We'll come back out here in the morning and see how it looks. Okay, so here we are. It's the next day, and my level on the pond has come up, but I don't think I got the concrete down far enough, and I think I need to come further up over to the side. It's still leaking. Copper, come here. Copper, out, come on. Copper thinks it's fun to chase the geese. Come on, Copper. Come on, good boy, come on. So, it is chilly. Oh yeah, that's cold, huh? I don't think he liked that. Stepping through the ice. But I was looking, I still got a pretty good leak over here. So we're gonna get back in here today and see if we can't finish patching that up. I think I just need to go further each way and maybe up a little bit higher. Like I said, eventually I want to concrete this entire spillway and smooth it down. So just, you know, a few bags at a time, but we're gonna get it. So go in, eat a little breakfast and warm up, and then come back out here and finish it up. Shouldn't take too awful long. All right, so I came out this morning. I guess I should do this before we go over there. And you know, we saw that there was still a leak, so we're just going to kind of poke around a little bit and add a few more bags of concrete and see if we can't finish stopping it up. I think it's definitely risen since yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I might end up having to come on around here.
Yeah.
I'll get out in a few minutes. It's gotten a lot higher.
It has.
Cause it was way down. I want to get it going over spillway, and over the next few months, we'll get the sides. We'll get all this, plenty of concrete down on this, and it'll harden, and it'll be good to go. That's probably who buys concrete and forgets and leaves it in the rain, so we have extra concrete. All right, guys. Well, that's about it. We are almost going over the spillway, and yesterday it was. I guess we probably came up about a foot or a foot and a half. and it's just spring's not even really running that much. So we'll keep an eye on it and keep getting. Eventually, they get the concrete. You'll actually make this a pretty spillway, and we'll have it for fertilizer for all the hay fields and everything. So make sure and like, subscribe, and share. That way you can keep seeing our progress. Thanks for watching.